Hello, my name is William. Today I'm going to show you my Simple Shop web application. It's hosted using Heroku. It's mostly built with PHP and JavaScript and MySQL for the database. Upon entering the site, you're greeted with a login page. For demonstration, I'm going to go through the whole registration process and the view of the user throughout navigating the site. So if we go to the Register tab, there's a series of forms to fill out. And once these are filled out, they go to a users table in the database. And all these forms are validated, so if I have an invalid email, for example, get a flash message that tells me that it's invalid. Also, other messages for the username password. So let's just do a sample. I might have already used this. And then, so when you're a new user, you want an email, username, password, and then we want to confirm the password just to validate it. The validation goes through JavaScript first, client-side validation, and then there's a PHP validation afterwards. This form to make the profile public, other users can visit your profile if you have your profile public, so we'll just set this to yes for now. We'll register. Okay, I didn't use that email yet, so now that we're registered, we can log in. And you can use your email or password, so I'm going to use the email first. So as you see, log in, you get to a home page. Show you the username too. And this is validated using the users table, so obviously we check if the user exists, and there's also client-side and server-side validation there. Now I want to go into the profile options that the user has. So if we go to the profile page, you can see this is the user view of the profile, so this is what anybody can see if your profile is public. The user has the option to edit the profile. If they share this link, the specific ID for the user is in this link, so anytime that they go to this link, it'll be retrieved using this user ID. The user has the option to edit their profile, and here there's a form. The email and the username are auto-filled from the users table. And then the user has the option to change their password. They first have to enter their current password, and then confirm their new password. And they are also able to change if their profile is public or not. So here I'll change this. I will change the password. First I'll show you a quick validation. Alright, there we go. Password was reset. And now the profile is no longer public. So this will update, once these forms are filled out, it'll update the users table and it will replace that specific user's information. So we can go back, still the same. And yeah, that's about it for a standard user to edit their profile. So now I want to go into the shop. Alright, so now we're on the shop page, and as you can see there's multiple products here, and it's paginated, so it only shows 10 products on one page. See, we have a few right here. I have it set up as a computer parts store just because I felt like it was easy and there was multiple different products I can add. So you have the option to add the product to the cart, or you can see more details on the product. So let's go to the more details tab. So as you can see, it just shows a little bit more detail about it, the description of the product, how much stock remains. You can still add to the cart from this page, and we'll get into the cart in a second, but I want to talk about the reviews. So here you can review a product. It verifies if you bought the product first, so we'll buy the product and then I'll write a review on this. And then you can see other users' ratings for the product. Let's see, I'm going to pull up one that has more reviews. So here's one that I wrote a bunch of reviews for, and then this is paginated, so you can only see 10 reviews on one page, and then it gives the average rating for the product. And then here's the cart page. Right now we have no items, so let's pick an item, pick a few items. So here they're added to the cart. This will only work if you're logged in. You need to be logged in to add to the cart. If you're not, there'll be a warning that you can't add to the cart. So let's go to our cart. So as you can see, it gives you the name, the description, the quantity, and the subtotal of your cart. And then you have some actions that you can apply to these products. So you can go back to the more details page and just view the product. Go back to the cart. You can remove a product just using this button. It removes one of them. So you could also update the quantity. So there's a cart table that stores the information once you add it to the cart for this specific user. So these are the specific items for this user, and they can only have one cart. So if we update the quantity, this will update the table, and they'll have an increase in their quantity. So now if I press the remove button, it'll remove, and an update query will remove one from the quantity of the product. The user can clear their entire cart if they want. So if I press this button, it'll clear this, remove all of their items from the cart table for this specific user ID. So if I go back to the cart, let me buy some stuff. So now we can go to the checkout page, and this is where you actually buy the product. So as you can see, there's a checkout page where it lists the items. So this is retrieved from the cart table. And this is all of their items in their cart. And then these are forms to add to the order table. So this is the payment info that you would obviously type in any ordinary shop. So let's just do a random address. And these are also validated. You can choose a state from this drop down. And you need a 5-digit zip code. And then obviously in an ordinary shop you would have the payment information go to a separate provider, but in this case we're just going to have you choose your payment method and then write the total of your order. And then these will be verified. They are also validated similar to the register and login. So we can confirm the purchase. So then you're redirected to once your purchase is validated and correct, then that information is sent to an order table. And then this is retrieved from the order table. This is your items that you ordered. Gives your payment info, the items that you bought, and then you can continue shopping with this button and it'll redirect you right to the shop page. So now, once we've bought a product, we can go to our purchase history page where we can see the history of all of our purchases. So on this account, obviously, I just made it so I only have one purchase, but this is all the items that I've ever purchased. And there's multiple filters similar to the shop page. I can filter from a certain time frame. So this is obviously valid since it's May, so it's in between the time frame. I can choose by category, so if I want to look for only CPUs, here's the one CPU that I bought, the i7, and I can reset this. I can order it by the total of the order in descending order. It's the same because I have the one order. I can order it by the name in descending order. As you can see, it changes. And these are all additive, so they can all work together. And this is using a dynamic query similar to the other filters. So now we're back on the shop page, and I just want to show you how you write a review. So here we can write a review. And this form will be sent to the review table with the user ID. Now the review is submitted, get a nice message. And then your review shows up right here. And then we can click on the link to a user account and view their profile from here. You can see this profile is private. So when you choose that your profile will be private, you can't go there and it'll redirect you. And then here's a public profile. This is actually the admin profile, which I'm going to log into right now so I can show you some certain admin actions that other users can't do. Alright, so now you can see I'm logged into my admin account, WCK3, and as you can see we have some new pages here in my nav bar. So here are the admin roles pages, so I can create a role here. So let's just say customer. And then I can create a description for this role. So this role already exists. See, there's validation here. So we will make this customer 2 because I am unoriginal. And then we'll create this role. So as you can see, the role is created. You can list all of the roles on the site. So as you can see, I have multiple roles here. You can filter by partial name match. So if I do here goes anything with I in it. And then you can toggle this role to be on or off. And there's a separate roles table similar to all the other tables that lists all of the user roles that are on the site. Here I can assign roles to certain users, so the account I made earlier has no rules, so if I want to select, I can make him admin and a customer. There we go. Now he is now an admin and a customer, and this will update his role in the user role table. Now we'll go on to the admin items selection. So here's a drop down, so you can add a product, list all of the products on the site, and you have a list of all of the purchases that have been made on the site. So here we can add a product, we can add a name, description, category, the stock that we want to add. I didn't have the chance to add the images, but I think I'm going to try to add that eventually. And then you can add a price for the product, and then you can make the item public. Here's a list of all the products on the site. As you can see, you can also do a partial name match here, paginated. And then here you can sort it by all of the stock on the site. So anything with any stock, so you can have no stock, any stock. Here's no stock, so this is all items that have 0 stock. And then the admin has the option to edit a product, as you can see. So here if I add some stock to this, this will update the product in the products table. And then if I go to the list of the products again, you can see that it has 2. Now we'll go to the all purchases page. As you can see, it retrieves all of the orders from the order table, the order items table, and the orders table. So it'll give a bunch of information on the orders. Here's for multiple accounts, paginated as well. And this is all of the items. If we go back, we can filter this as well. So we can do from a certain date. So let's go from March to May. Or March to April. As you can see, there's less items now because all these items were ordered in that time frame. Let's reset this. Here's a total of all of the orders in each query. You could see that change. So here, if I change this to accessories, there's no results. If I change this to buccal, there's no results. Here's a case, and obviously it's $1, so it'll show the total as $1. And then all of these are also additive, so we can filter this by the date. Do this in descending order. As you can see, it's descending order of the date that the product was purchased. We can go to the order details of this order, and it'll go to the specific order of that item. And this is all the details, the payment info, the user, everything. And this is only for admins. Then we can return to this site from here. I'd like to show you some admin specific privileges on the shop page. So from here, the admin can edit the product. It's just the same exact page, just takes you here from here. In the more details section, you can also edit it here. Any product that has its visibility set to private will show not public for the admin, and the admin can see all non-public items. If we go here, you can see that it's set to no. So that's an overview of my shop project. I really enjoyed making this and I learned a lot.